So I was I didn't actually play Concord, but I was looking at it and wow, it's it's kind of funny because I hear the narrative a lot that like these games now that excuse me, these games now that the gaming industry has become so big has turned into like a huge uh cash cow. So as a result, um, these companies are like hiring psychologists and whatnot to figure out like the best way to monetize, the most predatory way to do this and that, um, get the most money out of customers, and also focus test these games to figure out like, okay, Guardians of the Galaxy is really big, so and Overwatch is really big, so let's make a game that's a mashup of those two things and have it be completely derivative and uninteresting. But from a kind of zoomed out perspective, that looks like a good idea because these are like huge intellectual properties. Um, so it's not surprising that as you get more money into the game, they are less willing to take risks and are more willing to just kind of talk about the next biggest thing or do the next biggest thing that has been a success before, so they just want to iterate on that. Um, but it's really kind of sad because there comes a point where like you're not really like making your own thing. Like I'm all for iteration, but like if you're going to do it, then you have to do it better than what came before, or at least be unique enough. Whereas this Concord game, the most interesting character to my eye was literally like a trash can, like a yellow trash can as character. And I thought that character was kind of cool. And then all the other ones sucked. I mean, they were like a completely like a budget Walmart cheap knockoff version of like Guardians of the Galaxy, which personally I don't even care about. Um, maybe it's good. I don't know. I've never watched it, but it was just it's really sad to see the state of affairs because these people are so hell bent on making a successful product and everything has to be number go up. And I get that. That's a part of our system. That's the orthodoxy that you have to operate under. But to some extent it leads to them not be willing to take risks and to make something really unique. Like you could have done quite a lot with a hero shooter. I am not a game designer, so I'm not gonna, pontificate on what exactly you could do, but like there's a lot you could do there. Um, but to just kind of shamelessly copy and copy poorly the Guardians of the Galaxy is really quite pathetic. And furthermore, like I mean, just look at the characters. Like it really, I feel like what happened was the developers were told by some snide CEO type who's never played a video game in their life that, oh yeah, people will eat this up. They're like, they love Guardians of the Galaxy, and all these ants are gonna love like anything Guardians of the Galaxy or Guardians of the Galaxy derivative. So just make this thing and they'll love it and they'll consume it and just do your job. I know better than you because I'm smart and I choked my way up the corporate ladder, etc., etc. And then the developers have to make these soulless husks of characters. One of them literally looks like a donut or whatever with those stupid puffer jackets that they're wearing. It's just, oh God, it's terrible. Like if you already have a large character, why would you put them in a puffer jacket? It just makes them look like the Michelin Man. Like, do you want to play as the Michelin Man? Like, I mean, maybe as a joke, but not like as a, that's a fine as a skin, but like it's your main character. Like, what? Um, Stupid. But I think what happens because I know this happens in like a lot of industries. It's not just gaming, but like you'll get the CEO types where it's like they're just the level of certainty that they have that their decisions must be right because they choked their way up the corporate ladder and they knew how to play the game and they were opportunistic and they happened to be right place, right time. So therefore, they must be God's gift and they know what they're talking about. And to their eye, their unexperienced eye with even the medium that they're controlling, they'll be like, ah, this must be what they want. So make this soulless husk because it looks like something they'd consume. It looks close enough to what the people already like. Where like if you I'm pretty sure if you had people who were playtesting this or just like any kind of actual people just like looking at the product who are not um, sycophants, which is probably who they hired, yes men, brown nosers, to be like, oh yeah, no, this is the best thing I've ever played. This is incredible. Wow, these character designs, they're so unique in this hero shooter where like half of the game is caring about the characters. Like, yeah, I really identify with this bloated donut character and also this trash can I identify with. I mean, I suppose you could like help the depressed community identify with the trash can, I guess if that's what you're going for. Or like low self-esteem people, but like that's not the move, man. But the like it's just it's really just sad. It is. It's sad because it is so obviously crap. And yet they spent $100 million on it or more for 8 years. And now that's these people's first game, and now they're screwed.